when I first lived in Taiwan, Chairman Su, Taiwan was under martial law. There was no opposition party. There was no freedom of the press. It was a much different place. I would go into a bookstore and I'd pick up a book, and there were pictures taken out. They didn't. And newspapers, when they came in from outside, if there was a story on a subject that they didn't want you to read about, it was cut out of the newspaper. It's all changed. The second time I lived here, in 1987 年, 1987, I watched it all change. I was living here at the time. Martial law was lifted. 25年以前
，25年，对，
对不对？
就是7月15号，
对，
就是昨天前天，
对，就是。
你刚才提的那个反对党，就是我们创立的，就是这个，我就是创立的人。
And I remember the press was freed up, and opposition parties could compete. And I remember there's a man by the name of Xu Xinliang who came into the airport. Yeah, I remember when he came in, all the people who turned out to see his arrival. And it was a change that happened very, very quickly in Taiwan. And since then, you've transformed the political landscape. In China, you should know that my name was banned from the internet because I talked about human rights and other issues that weren't so popular. And I believe that the leaders in China understand that change is inevitable, but they will not proceed too quickly for concerns about instability. But I think when the new leadership takes over at the 18th Party Congress in October, and you have the rise of the fifth generation, I think there will be a sense that over the next 2, 3, 4 years, there needs to be more in the way of reform. It can't happen now because it's a political year. 中国有政治，美国也有政治。So it's impossible to change during a year like. But I think in the next 2 or 3 or 4 years, we can expect more in the way of change.
其实我第一次在台湾的时候，
对不起，我讲的太长了。
It's all right. 我第一次在台湾的时候，您所讲的那些情况，我全部都亲眼目睹。当时没有所谓的反对党，也完全没有所谓的媒体自由，书或报纸都会有被剪掉的痕迹，因为政府禁止人民看某些文章或照片。但是当我第二次来到台湾的时候，这一切都改变了，因为那个时候动员戡乱时期已经结束了。而我们也看到了反对党也出现了，媒体自由也拥有了。当时我看到了整个政治的生态有了非常大的改变。我想，当我们提到中国的情况的时候，你应该知道我的名字其实在中国的网络上是搜寻不到的，因为我会谈论人权跟其他中国政权不喜欢的议题。当然，我认为中国在政治上的改变是必然的，只是不会现在发生，因为它要顾虑国家政权稳定的问题。在今年10月的18大之后，未来的2、3或者是4年之内，我们也许可以看到第5代的领导人他们做出相关的改革，但是不会是现在，也不会是今年，因为对美国跟中国来讲，今年都是重要的选举年或者是政权交替年，今年是不会发生重大的政治改变的。
But Taiwan will continue to grow and expand. China will move toward greater reform. Having a sensible cross-strait policy, I think, is in the interest of both sides.
我认为中国它的改革会逐步的扩大，只要我们在台湾能够施行一个非常明智的两岸政策，那绝对对双方都会带来益处。
我很同意州长这个讲法，因为追寻这个自由民主，其实是人都是大家到了一个程度，都是希望有更多的自由、更多的民主。我看到现在很多的中国大陆观光客来到台湾，他们虽然想去阿里山、去日月潭，其实他们最喜欢的还有一个是晚上坐在电视机前面看着台湾的 call in 节目，是吗？在骂总统，因为他很羡慕这种自由，所以这个跟我们当年到外国去看那些不能看的禁书，心理是一样的，所以我相信他们的改变也很快。那这一次我看到中国 就在刚才州长提到的18大，那中国在18大现在正在前戏，我们民进党现在也很注意这个问题。昨天晚上我亲自参与了我们在讨论这些问题的相关研讨。未来在这个18大之前，民进党也会有很多相关的研讨会、相关的座谈会，然后我们会发表我们很期待中国向前走很多民主化的这个过程。不过我很关心，像薄熙来案这样会不会影响他18大的人事政治布局？
I couldn't agree with you more, Mr. Governor. I think the pursuit of democracy, freedom, and human rights is in the nature of people. Therefore, once we have attained a level
不
of
管你是什么地方的人，每个人都有这个愿望。
对，都有这个愿望。
Indeed, when Chinese people come into Taiwan, in addition to Ali Mountain or Riyue Lake, they will also want one of their favorite programs is to watch call-in talk shows where commentators and the call-in audience could criticize our politicians and presidents. This is just like when, in the past, we flew to foreign countries to read those prohibited books. I believe we will see a more rapid change in mainland China. It is now we are at the dawn of the 18th National Congress, and our party, DPP, is very concerned with this issue. I've participated in the discussion of these issues, and before the 18th National Congress, we will hold symposiums, seminars, and release papers on Chinese studies, so to promote the democratization of mainland China.
薄熙来那个薄熙来案会不会影响18大？
And do you really think that the problem with Mr. Bo Xilai will affect the meeting of the 18th National Congress?
I think it makes it a little more complicated. In fact, I think this transition for the 18th Party Congress is the most complicated in a generation.
我想绝对会有影响的。薄熙来案其实是在这个世代最复杂的政治议题。
But one of the things that is a byproduct of the Bo Xilai incident is more transparency in what heretofore has been a very locked down, murky process. It's very rare that people are able to see what happens behind the scenes in Chinese political transitions. But this year we're seeing more than ever before, and I think that's good for the people of China, and I think that's good for anyone who has an interest in how Chinese politics works.
其实这个案件带来的另外一个效益，就是它增加了政治的透明度。以前在政权交替的过程当中，人民会逐步的发现政治越来越透明化，但是如今已经达到前所未见的水准。我认为这个对于中国的政权或中国的人民都是有益处的。
I think it will also have some effect on the whole issue of corruption and the debate and the dialogue that will ensue in China about corruption and what to do about it. There's more focus and awareness on the issue than there has been in a very long time. And to the extent that there is greater transparency and movement toward greater rule of law and predictability, then I think you have then a more favorable outcome.
当然，另外一方面，这个也唤起大众对于贪腐问题的意识。但是，我们究竟应该如何解决贪腐的问题呢？其实这个还没有定论。但是，这让人民意识到了贪腐长期造成的问题，也进一步让他们更为要求政府的透明化，同时也将会加强政府的法治以及政府在施政上面的可靠度。我想，这都是对中国人民跟政治非常好的发展方向。
And we can't forget as well that China is coming to the end of the Deng Xiaoping dynasty. And I say that because Xi Jinping is the first official not personally anointed by Deng Xiaoping. So at the end of the Deng Xiaoping era, what is Deng Xiaoping noted for? Opening to the rest of the world, opening up economically, and preserving the power of the party. And now with Xi Jinping taking over, he has new challenges. He's going to have to address three questions. Is China becoming more repressive domestically? is China becoming more nationalistic economically? And number three, is China becoming more assertive internationally in terms of its military affairs? These, I think, are the big three questions that Xi Jinping and the fifth generation are going to have to deal with in the next few years.
我想我们现在来到是一个邓小平时代的结束，因为习近平是邓小平过世，或者是没有受到邓小平影响的第一位政治人物。那当然，邓小平他最有名的就是他让中国开放给世界，并且也开放了经济，但是保存了政党的力量。因此，对习近平而言，他要面对的3大新挑战，其实第一个是中国是否在对内政而言变得更为的压制。第二是中国在经济上是否更为力行国族主义，第3点就是中国在军事上是否变得更为国际化。
These are very complicated questions for Mr. Xi Jinping. 多下力啊！
哦，你讲单位啊？
我要讲技术数啦。
技术数啦。
啊，我要讲技术数啦。
没问题。我台语啊，讲台语嘛会讲。
啊，我要讲技术数。
技术数啦。欢迎来台湾。
你的来源是
屏东。
屏东最南方。
对，最南部。
对，那个台中来的时候。
中越吗？往两
对，会从菲律宾那边